All right, clarinets, today we're going to talk about how to hold the clarinet. So we've got it all set up. If you need a review on that, watch the video on how to set up your clarinet. Okay, so holding the clarinet is actually pretty simple. But there are some difficulties when it comes to covering the holes, because you can see these holes are open. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video of how to cover them. But let's talk about hand position. Your right hand, this hand is going to go, your thumb is going to go right under this thumb hold right here, and your fingers are going to curl around and cover each of these holes, and your pinky operates all these keys. Your pinkies on the clarinet are going to be pretty busy. This one has 4 keys to operate. This one over here has also 4 keys to operate. Sometimes 5 if you got a fancy clarinet. Okay? But we're not going to worry about the pinky keys just yet because we're just learning. Okay? So, right hand, thumb goes under, curl around. If you come in too flat, you're going to accidentally press all these side keys. So just make sure you come in at an angle like this and that your pinky is at the ready to cover these. Okay, once you've got that, your left hand is, your thumb goes on this one, and it's also got to be able to rotate up to get this. And then you're going to come around the front. You're going to cover, again, all the holes that don't have actual buttons. Okay? Couple just little side notes. This finger operates these keys up here. This pointer finger operates these keys up here. So your pinkies have multiple keys to do, and your pointer finger have multiple keys to do. But that's, again, at a little bit more advanced level. Okay, so I told you that's pretty easy, right? And then, oh yeah, then you put it in your mouth like this. And you play. Again, left thumb or right thumb under. Cover these holes, pinky covers that. Left thumb right here, cover these holes, and then play. Okay, but the hard part is, and you're going to run into a lot of difficulty with this, is you're probably not covering the holes. So you can see here, if you're having trouble. Look here, I'm going to not cover these holes, and listen to the sound it makes. It's nowhere near as full or as clear as that beautiful sound that we can make right there. Okay, so here's how you do it. And I'm going to press really hard, and I'm going to show you on my fingers where the indentations are. So you should be able to see those little circles on my fingers, and they're in what are called the pads of my fingers. So your fingers have a little bit of fat right here, right on the tips of them, and when you press down, you can see it expands around, and that's going to create a seal around these holes. Now you don't have to squeeze it like I just did, but just make sure when you go in and you press the key that you're pressing it with the pad. If I press it with this part, it's open. If I press it with the tip, it's open. I have to get it situated right in there where I'm, and you can just play around and feel there's these metal rings, and just make sure you've got all the fat in there, and then you press down. Just doesn't have to be heavy. It'll expand for you. Your finger will come out and cover and seal that hole. Okay, so that's the big thing we got to watch out for. Okay, each one except for this one that we press, our ring finger right here, has a little metal ring around it for us to help us seal it. Okay, so that's the big thing when we're setting our hands up for the clarinet. To recap, right hand on bottom, cover these holes, pinky covers these, left hand goes right here. Make sure we can operate this. Press these. Again, it has to come at an angle, because if you're pressing these keys, it's going to open the hole up right here, and it's not going to work. Okay? And that is how we hold our hands on the clarinet.